Welcome back to some of the best stories from r/TalesFromTechSupport. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's take a look at the first story. It's called Fingerprint Scanner. This happened a couple years ago. I work in IT at one of those places that has, to put it nicely, an aging workforce. So most of my customers aren't very tech savvy. One day I'm upgrading one of the non-IT department supervisors from a desktop to a laptop with an external hard drive. Your new external hard drive is encrypted and has a fingerprint reader to unlock it, instead of remembering a long password. Let's get it set up for you. I get the drive ready for him, which includes swiping his finger on the fingerprint reader multiple times. All done. When you want to use your drive, just double click this icon here and then you'll have to swipe your finger to unlock the drive. Customer clicks the icon and the software starts up and displays a picture of the hard drive, telling him to swipe his finger. This is cool. I can unlock it from the monitor too. He holds his hand up to the monitor and then begins swiping his finger across the picture of the fingerprint reader. I took every ounce of energy I had to hold back my laughter. No, that's just a picture telling you to do that on the drive. The customer was turning red. Oh yeah, I knew that. This isn't a touchscreen monitor. The next story is called Now Everyone is Admin. Somehow, I don't know how. I do not know how. I do not know why. I do not know who. And I certainly do not know what. But somehow every single user group in Active Directory was given full admin privileges. Even people terminated technically have admin in our company, except their accounts expired. I noticed it this morning when I was checking something in the Active Directory. I noticed a large amount of access I did not have before. I had the ability to edit my group's permissions. A nice little "that's weird" escaped my lips before a nice and loud "holy heck" was said before catching it. The basic user group given out at account creation had full admin access. Term group had full admin access. Tech support group had full admin access, instead of limited access. Every single group, including those stupid user groups executives make for mailing lists, had full admin access. I grabbed my laptop, went full speed to the server room, and badge in. Normally I would not be allowed in, but this was an emergency. I walk in, and the sysadmin looks at me. Everyone has full admin in Active Directory. What? Everyone has full admin privs in AD. What do you mean by everyone? Everyone. Calm down. How? Every single AD group has full admin access, including terminated users. What? The network techs decided to use the backup to just restore it before whatever happened. Problem there? We only have 2 backups and both have the error. That means that this error has existed for at least 2 weeks without anyone noticing. So the only thing our sysadmin can think of is to disable every single account, besides the actual admin accounts, and go through each group and remove admin one by one until we are good, and then re-enable accounts from there. The first ones he chose were the network techs, for obvious reasons, and then the IT group. After that, the entire IT group had all phone calls routed to an automated voice message system. Everyone had their email disabled and all access revoked until their particular groups had been sorted. The third story is called Call the Manager. I get a call directly on my work cell phone, well before my regular start time. Although it's before my start time, I usually answer the call anyway, in case it's because of a site outage, major incident, something like that. Hi, low-level manager here. This other higher-level employee gave me your number. I'm at a small remote site, and I have forgotten my laptop power supply at home, and the battery in my laptop is completely flat. Can you let me know if we have any spare power supplies here? No, I don't think we do. They all use desktops there. Okay, well, what can I do? I would have to drive all the way home to get my power supply. Perhaps there's a spare computer you can use there? Or maybe you can ask around in case someone does have a laptop with a power supply you can borrow. No, I've already asked around and no one has one. Everything I need is on my laptop. I really need this working. You might have to drive back home to get your power supply then. I find it ridiculous that you don't have spares. Can you call my manager and let them know that I will be offline for a few hours whilst I make this next part sound very exacerbated. Go home and get my power supply so I can work? No, but seeing as you're on the phone to me now, I'm sure you can call them as you have access to a phone. The next story is called Satisfaction Rating Ruined. I just recently applied to a new job that will be managing a support center and their service management platform. It led me to dig up stats. I used to be a single person IT support department. Because of my very demanding job, I had set up Zendesk to keep track of all requests and had set up an automation to close tickets and send a survey. Survey was simple thumbs up or down. Optionally, the user could write a note. I was reading through thousands of these and most were really simple. Thanks or you are awesome, etc. However, some would take the time to praise my efforts. It was really good to go back and read these, until it was such a simple ticket. Printer not working. I responded to it within 2 hours. It was fixed within 5 minutes. Tray has been resized and needed to be adjusted. Cleared the queue and sent a test print. I sent the user a follow-up that it had been taken care of and to let me know if the issue continued. I also added notes to the ticket that the user had successfully printed multiple documents based on logs and printer page counts. 5 days later, ticket closed, survey sent. 6 days later, thumbs down. My printer works, but why is my computer slow? The dashboard changed from 100% satisfaction to 99.98. Why does this still make me so mad when I think about it? The last story is called Not Your Mouse. We have this very technically challenged user. She called maybe twice a month because her mouse stopped working. Every single time it was because she had lost the dongle. I have no idea why she kept unplugging them, because she always left her mouse at her desk. We had a box full of abandoned dongles, so we just kept pairing her mouse to another one, until we lost patience and gave her a corded mouse. That worked for a while, until one day she called in because her mouse wasn't working again. I go to her desk and she moves her mouse around to show me, except it wasn't her mouse. It was her webcam. It had somehow fallen forwards onto the mouse mat. Her mouse was lying on the same mat, right next to the face-down webcam. She did good work, as long as she could open the software she needed. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.